What does it mean to be truly wealthy? Is it about the number in your bank account, or something much deeper? I want to share a story with you today that completely changed how I see wealth, success, and what it means to be a good person. Picture this: a bustling street and a small, hungry child approaches a beautifully dressed woman stepping out of a luxury car. The child, with eyes full of hope, simply asks for a piece of the bread she's holding. The woman recoils, looking at the child with disgust, and quickly gets back into her car, leaving the child standing there, heartbroken. She had all the material wealth in the world, but in that moment, she showed a profound spiritual poverty. Her heart was empty. Now, let's shift the scene. A little further down the same street, a mother and her young son are walking home. They don't have much. In fact, the mother had just spent her last few coins to buy her son a small, sweet pastry, a rare treat he'd been looking forward to all day. As they walked, they saw the same hungry child, now sitting on the curb, tears silently streaming down his face. The mother stopped. She looked at her son, then at the pastry in his hand, and then at the crying child. Without a word, she knelt down and spoke gently to her son. We don't know the exact words, but we can imagine. She was likely explaining that sometimes the greatest joy comes not from what we get, but from what we give. The little boy, understanding his mother's lesson, walked over and offered his precious treat to the hungry child. The child's tears stopped, replaced by a look of disbelief, and then a radiant smile. In that single act, this mother, who had almost nothing, demonstrated an abundance of wealth that the rich woman in the car could never comprehend. She possessed a fortune of empathy, compassion, and kindness. She understood that true wealth isn't about hoarding what you have. It's about your capacity to share, even when you have little. This story forces us to ask ourselves some tough questions. What are we teaching our children? What values are we living by? Our society often celebrates financial success, big houses, and fancy cars. But what about the success of a compassionate heart? What about the wealth of a generous spirit? The mother didn't just give away a piece of bread. She gave a lesson in humanity. She taught her son that his own comfort is not the most important thing in the world. She showed him that noticing the suffering of others and doing something about it is where real value lies. That's a lesson more valuable than any inheritance. Think about it. The memory of that pastry would have faded for her son. But the memory of helping someone in need, the feeling of making a difference, of connecting with another human being on a fundamental level, that is a treasure that will stay with him for the rest of his life. It will shape the person he becomes. So, this is my challenge to you and to myself. Let's redefine success. Let's stop measuring our worth by our possessions and start measuring it by our actions. True wealth is not in our wallets, but in our souls. It has the ability to see a person in need and feel a pull in your heart to help. It's the courage to share your metaphorical piece of bread, even when it's all you have. Kindness is a currency that never devalues. The more you spend it, the richer you become. The rich woman in the car was isolated in her bubble of wealth, but the poor mother and her son created a powerful connection with the stranger and with each other. They built a bridge of compassion. Let's strive to be that kind of wealthy. The kind of wealthy that makes the world a better, warmer place, one small act of kindness at a time. Because in the end, it's not what we have that defines us, but what we give. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that inspire and make us think. See you in the next one.